let us proceed. So, you know, no, probably better to just walk ahead for the sewers, maybe. I think we have to head for the sewers. I don't know. I'd say this game is growing on me, but I think I'm just growing on the game. That doesn't even make sense. What am I saying? I think this is one of those games that you kind of have to play in large quantities, otherwise I think you kind of lose it. I think that's actually true of a lot of Diablo games. Maybe part of the reason why I've always had trouble with this game is because I never gave it the time it deserved. You know, in like a short segment, you're like, alright, that was kind of fun. You know, maybe I'll play it again in a couple of days. And maybe this is just something of a thing for me. Oh, hey, best friend! Einar! Ow. This is wrecking my mana right now.
I love hunting.
I don't even know. This got messy.
You are well prepared for the end. This is a fine capture.
Let's see. We also got silk gloves with some hella slots in them. Is there a way to upgrade stuff to from blue to yellow easily or cheaply? Or is that not something you can really do? Because, like, those had some sweet slots. Oh, we might as well summon the skeletons. Yeah, for people that were suggesting conviction, I don't know if it matters so much for me.
Beast, until we slaughter you.
My problem with resummoning most of my goons is they generally stick with me pretty dang well, actually. Blue to yellow is regal orbs. Okay. Not really cheap, don't do it. Okay. I was wondering about that, because I keep finding these, like, low-tier pieces of gear with really good slots in them. And I'm not really sure what to do with it. Because, like, I assume that there's something I can do. But I don't actually know, like, enough about the game, I guess, to know how to exploit it at all.
Best friends, Beast, until we slaughter you.
Let's see. Alternatively, scour to white and alchemy orbit. But it's probably not worth it at this level. Transmute then alt spam. Huh. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately I actually have no idea what alt spam is. Elk if socketed with good colors. Yep. Nope. I will have to look up how to do these things. Because I feel like there's a reason why the loot filter is telling me, hey, this has hella good slots. You should grab it, but it could be wrong. And so I'm just gonna grab them until my inventory maxes out, and then we'll go from there. I don't know. Let's see. Well, we've got Kavas. Let's go say hi to him. Hello. Thank you. I'm feeling faster now.
Master's orders were clear. I am to wait here until his return. I cast my eyes to the horizon and see smoke billowing from San. The city burns, and I fear my master burns with it.
Okay, grab that. Then we've got to book it again. Probably this way. I'd like all the extra loot. Want to make sure I don't get got here. But there's so much to get through. There's so many enemies. Okay, we found it. We're good. dump that there. We're nice and close. I guess this is where a conviction would have probably been kind of handy. Okay, we got it. Anything else? It actually doesn't look like it's collapsing on me particularly fast. Which is kind of nice. Gives me this entire, like, inner central area to just kind of clear freely. Of course there's goodies in that. Anything else? Nope. Already got that. Trapped myself. Nothing? Yeah, I guess we just killed everybody. Alright. Into the blue. Hey, another chaos orb. Who's mad at me for that? I'm assuming multiple people. Okay. Oh, thank you, Bash Boy, for the command. So buy conviction and level it up on an off weapon. No, that's a good point. I do actually have it. It's sitting around back at the elsewhere. I guess we might as well grab the Undercity hideout while we're here. Hello.
This seems like a good area to build a hideout, but it's filled with monsters. Can you clear it of everything dangerous? Keep your life to your own.
Whee! Now, does anybody ever actually try and assassinate her? Because it feels like she's constantly being like, you know, I'm being hunted, we gotta find hideouts and stuff. And then, like, we never actually get attacked by anything other than just, like, random goon monsters. He was still trying to make it. There's a very real possibility Nightbot is just straight up busted today. Or Twitch, or multiple things, I don't know. Okay, so we've unlocked the hideout. I don't think I'm gonna go back there. Inventory's fine.
Curious. With the death of the last monster here, the very air itself feels different. I wouldn't use the word purified, but you've definitely negated the pile over this place. I'll stay here for now and make sure nothing dangerous re-emerges.
So I don't want to pick this as a hideout. If I do, I could offset my stuff, but it wouldn't actually, like, let me exit out in here. It's kind of frustrating. Okay, so what do we got? So when they unified this game down, so that you could, so all you level through it, there was no difficulty levels. Did it actually get shorter? Or were some of the later areas in the game only accessible at higher difficulties? I actually don't really know, and that part's kind of interesting. Let's see. Chromatic orb, thank you. So have I been blind to this massive torchlight-like games in existence? There are... yeah. Okay, technically it has 4x 3 times versus 10x. Interesting. But yeah, you've definitely been blind to the sheer amount of Torchlight-likes, Diablo-likes, or whatever. There's tons of them. I'm gonna be trying to, play at least a decent number. I guess there aren't that many. Because now that I'm thinking about it, we've got... oh, right. There's that weird... yeah, we gotta find the 3rd Platinum Bust. And there's also that, like, weird... goopy... looking sphincter thing that wouldn't let me pass. Let me see. But, it's Path of Exile, obviously Torchlights, Grim Dawn, Titan Quest, Torchlight 1 and 2, Diablo, 1 through 3. Oh, right. We haven't even finished with, Einar's quest. Oh, no, there we go. Now we're done with that. You need to play a Diablo Factorio Cross. I don't even know what that would be, but I would play the hell out of it if it was good. Like, I am indiscriminate. Honestly, if a game is good, to some degree it doesn't even matter what genre it is. With a couple of exceptions. Horror I'm a little bit dicier on, and sports games generally don't do it for me. I think there was one soccer-ish game, football-ish game, that looked kind of fun a couple months back, but I don't think I've played. Well, no, I just didn't have time for it, and I didn't have a key. And this area is big. I kind of wish the Quicksilver flasks would recharge over time instead of over kills. Maybe? Just for backtracking's sake, because, ugh. Okay, so let's go find the eternal green butthole. And see if I can get it open. Supposedly there's like a third green bust around here as well. Yeah, the undying blockage. Oh god, it is... I don't want to look at that thing. Okay, well, at least there's the last of the busts. Let's see, wonder I have a question. Did you finish Dust and Elysian Tale? Yeah. I think we did. We never finished all the side quests. I'm not actually sure if I ever finished putting that up on YouTube. This is one of those where it didn't do great, and it took us so long to finish it that we never got around to it. Yeah. There's a very real possibility I've never finished it for YouTube. I've finished it personally. God, that's such an old series. I'm not sure if anybody would even care to watch it. See, did I mention Book of Demons? Because that's a Diablo-like, technically, and very good. Yeah! Well, I played Book of Demons like a month or two ago. It was fun.
Hello.
I haven't done that one yet. All she had to say was hello. Who was I supposed to talk to? Argon. There we go.
Victario was a poet what ended up leading a rebellion, right under the nose of Emperor Chittis. But here's what really interests me. Our wordsmith was quite a talented larcenist as well. Pulled off the heist of the century, in the name of the people, of course. 3 finely crafted platinum busts, commissioned by Chittis for his favourite trio of generals. Victario and his coppers hold up in the sewers. Now that you have Clarissa's keys, perhaps you'd be inclined to search out those heroic busts for me. I'm sure I can make it well worth your while. The Beatles poet could hide his spoils from Chittis, but not from us, eh? I knew you was the Exile for the job. I'm sure you've been more than compensated already from Victario's stockpiles, but here's a little extra. Care of something I found under a dead man's bed. Why? Just because I like you.
Ooh, that's worth it. That's 100% worth it. Okay, so we're out here. Increases and reductions to minion damage also affect you. That's really good, actually. I'm honestly kind of surprised. I'm honestly kind of surprised these aren't part of the build here. But I guess there's other more important things anyway. Let's see. Because that gets us really close to Righteous Army. For extra durability's sake, and I think we're good. Oh, right. No, we're not good. My inventory is full.
Greetings.
That's pretty far from good. Now, obviously, this thing is starting to fill up at an alarming rate. I should probably deal with that. By just jamming everything down, in a denser way. I'll figure out the rest later. Probably just sell everything else.
Do you
No,
want?
she doesn't.
You getting by?
There we go. That it? I'm just gonna ignore those gloves. Now, am I level? I'm level 31. Oh, I'm getting close. Right. Money tab. We also have frost blades, but I'm just gonna ditch that. Put that here. Okay. Let's see. Wait, this is an MMO. Kinda, not really. Okay, way is impassable due to the undying blockage. So we'll probably come from that direction and open it up. But no, this game is sort of... Oh, likely reason spiritual aid is in the build is your own direct damage isn't the primary damage of the build. No need to buff your own. That makes sense. So, yes, this is sort of an MMO. In terms of... There are other players that you will see in town. You will never see them out in missions, however, you can play with them. It's actually super close to what Diablo... Any of the Diablo games were. I guess closer to Diablo 2. Because in Diablo 2, you'd have to lobby up before you went into a mission, into the actual game. And so this game just combines the whole Diablo 2 lobbies with the towns. Why did I go this direction? So it's like, I don't know, kind of an MMO. It's about as much of an MMO as Warframe is, for example. But comparatively, this game is super solo friendly. I mean, obviously I'm playing alone. And I think for the most part, this game will always be super solo friendly. I'm worried about Torchlight Frontiers being kind of maybe not an MMO. Too much of an MMO? I don't know. The idea of raiding in one of these games is fascinating and probably not great. But maybe they can make it work, or maybe it'll be a complete and utter disaster. Because that one's going to be much more of an MMO. I think there's even something about, like, claiming land for your own that might be, like, kind of a persistent thing, which is spooky, because I don't want that. But it might be good. But I think most of these games will always be, like, small player groups, tops. I don't think they'll ever work very well as anything else.
I write this now in hope that someone will remain. Someone may remember. The sun is an orb of blood. Twisted twilight shrouds my eyes. The air reeks of anguish. San has plunged into nightmare. The man who served me coffee now writhes on the floor. He rants of visions he alone can see, as writhing red tentacles grow from his face, as if his eyes had been seeds waiting to sprout. He is quiet now, my waiter. No more cackling and screaming. Dead. Of my fellow patrons, only 2 live. The others have fallen. Their blood is everywhere. The survivors, gemlings both, their skin shrivels and grays to the hue of necrosis. Their gems flare with unholy luster, their eyes black as hatred. A gemling ghoul, it twisted off a corpse's head, gnaws at skull-like dog. My head now, visions clawing at me. Thinking burns. I see horror. Envy the mute corpses at my feet. Words flay me. Flee me. All is madness.
So it sounds like the whole everybody going loony bin is a cyclical thing. Kind of with the whole Black Rain. I don't know. I really should read that whole, like, lore thing at some point.
In dark and subtle ways around us as I run. My arms burn from the weight of my young children. The sun is turning blood red. And there's only one place of safety I can imagine.
It's interesting, Kavas's dialogue. Listening to it mirrors a lot of the lore that happens in the area, which makes sense. It's just interesting that he's experienced everything-ish? Alternatively, he could also just be reacting to the memory of people in the immediate area. Instead, wow, this sealed up in a hurry. Well, there's nothing left for me. That's garbage. I'm really glad I got that loot filter. This would be a bit of an issue. I'm also really glad I've got all those Quicksilver flasks. I can see why people miss them in some of these other games. I want to say other games just make you go faster. Okay, so an ornate chest there. I don't really think there's anything out here. There probably is, actually. If you hold Alt, you can see how much crud there is on the ground. Yeah. Like, you know, some of them are really shrunk down by my loot filter, so I really don't pick them up on purpose or accident. I appreciate that. Good loot filter. I recently did a modded playthrough of Torchlight 1, which was a lot of fun. And afterwards I was experimenting with some more mods, one of which just made it so every item that drops is a, every item that dropped was was unique, or like a, you know, maximum tier. Got really goofy. Decanter Spiritus. Man is blinded by the mud of his corporeal self. Only through the transformation of the material into the spiritual can we hope to taste the full body of life. Malachi the Soulless. Isn't that the guy that I was complimenting his voice? I think so. Okay, well, into the catacombs. I'm assuming the catacombs are just kind of a side area. Yep. Sweet. I need, like, dead end signs. Say, like, dead end ahead. Be nice. Let's see. You know what? I'm just gonna summon skeletons. Well, my cast speed's getting to the point where I can actually just spit every skeleton that I need to spit, which is kind of nice. Why don't we switch these back for Raging Spirit? Just because I want to be able to do this. Whee! That's not even fast enough. They gotta be faster. They also don't summon things. What? Really?
An emperor cannot allow himself to become buried in the shadowed vaults of self-doubt. Cannot allow thoughts of imagined disaster to spin about inside his mind like so many strife-splintered wheels. An emperor navigates his way through the terrors of perplexity with his eyes set firmly on the rising sun.
I will admit, was not exactly expecting... I was not exactly expecting a Trial of Ascendancy in here, but hey, why not? I guess it's a good thing that I'm being kind of particular about clearing everything. Yeah, let's just use teleportation, jeez.
An emperor must bear two blades. Hope in the left hand, surety in the right.
I will admit, I wish more games had the skill modification, skill gem system in this game. I haven't seen anything with this level of customization. Unfortunately, it does seem like everything leads to, like, two metas. Or, not 2 metas. Like, everything leads down to, like, a handful of metas instead of, like, truly letting you go free with whatever you want to do. But I guess that's fair. That's what happens when you have a really passionate fan base that are just like, go hog wild. Come up with the best builds ever. And then the developers are like, well, gotta make it hard for these people. Let's make it impossible for everybody else. Not even that big of a deal. Let's see. Out this way. Nope. Too far. I wonder what this game would look like if it had actually... I mean, honestly, it probably would have stopped development a long time ago if the fan base was less, like, ridiculous. I know with Warframe, the bosses would probably be a lot easier if the fan base wasn't, like, as ridiculous as they are. Fortunately, people make build guides, so this game would be impossible to get into. I get the feeling the developers would probably have actually toned the game down considerably if the game had been popular, but not like, you know, the Munchkins hadn't picked it up as much. Because nobody likes an impossible game, but because you have all the build guide people, as well as possible, it's just messy. Let's see,
There is nothing eternal in this empire of ours, but the names of our day that shall be revered or reviled in the centuries to come.
Get them, my minions. Let's see.
It's him.
There we go.
He sails back to me, my Doreso. I shall sing for him. I shall show him the way.
Yeah, so that isn't his own memory. Now that I think about it, that isn't him reacting to Doreso at all. That's the Siren's memory. So we aren't even finding Kavas's memories. We're finding, like, just other random people's memories out here. Which is interesting. Viridian Jewel. Neat. Ah, well, that's gone. Okay, where are we going? We've already got that book. I don't think there's anything else around here. Yeah, for a second, I was just kind of assuming that, Kavas also was really into Doreso, which was confusing. But no. Oh. More rainbow orbs. We should probably also level up all of these. What's up with this one? I need, yeah, more dexterity. Well, one part of this build actually does involve quite a fair bit of dex nodes, so I don't need to worry about it. So they're his memories now. Wait, so is he memory snatching people? Righteous army. Righteous. Let's see, am I... No, I'm level 32. Was it 32 or is it level 34? I actually have no idea. There's a... I was given a pretty sweet belt by a 68-inch pianist. I realize what that name sounds like. It makes me chuckle. He was the one that gave me the Vol skeleton army, which is incredibly helpful. Oh, I wonder if I have enough dexterity for that one, the one other summoning move. I hope so? Let's see. But yeah, so he also gave me a unique belt with a whole bunch of slots, so I can mod the crap out of something. I don't even know... exactly what my plan's going to be with that. Oh, it was over here. Okay. I know where I'm going, but I finished the map at least. Well, finished. Has there ever been one of these games without procedurally generated maps? I actually can't think of a... Let's see, I heard by Belt Penis. What? No, 68-inch Pianist. He's one of my fans. I think he mostly watches on YouTube. At least I don't know what his username is on I don't know what his build is on his name is on Twitch. If he is on Twitch, but he was the one that gave me the Vol Skeleton Army gem. This place, is this the barracks? No, I'm in the battlefront. What battle? I'm not gonna lie, I'm really confused as to what's going on here. Who's battling whom? Like, we were just kind of going through a dead market. And then we're here. And there's just, like, dead people all over the place. How procedurally generated is Grim Dawn? Just as procedurally... No! I don't know if Grim Dawn is procedurally generated or not, actually. So the ribbons that guard Solaris' temple are having a war with anyone who trespasses. Oh! Okay. Wait, these... They're laying siege to the temple, and these things are sufficient enough to... Wow. This is why I feel like cutscenes would be kind of nice in the game to some degree. I realize they'd maybe slow it down, but at the same time... Like, this is one hell of a full-scale offensive to deal with some animate tapestries. But I guess those animate tapestries are nuts. Okay. So, Grim Dawn and Titan Quest aren't. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. They're both made by the same studio. Oh.
The shadow whispers and simpers at the Monkey King's feet. When the Monkey King puts his back to the sun, it is the shadow that leads the way.
Hello, guardsmen! Kaboom. Ooh. Oh. Inventory's getting full. Of sword. Oh. That's actually useful sword. I see the white item and I'm like, that's not helpful.
You're right.
Okay, we might as well identify... all of these. For a second, it looked like that quartz flask had a socket in it, and I was like, what? Why would anybody do that? Let's see, increased projectile speed. Not really that helpful.
Bring me back something nice, huh?
Okay, stash. Can I, like, drag these around? There we go. I don't know if that actually makes that the first one that I open up. Hopefully. So, chance to block damage while holding a shield. Can I just slap this in anything? No. Oh! And the passive skill tree. Oh, well, that's garbage. I don't want. Okay, the ribbons are also actively infuriated with the blackguards because the blackguards stole the ribbon spool, which you'll find in a chest in the area. Huh. Which is probably, you know, how the ribbons keep themselves...
Mate.
...going.
Oh.
I might actually just go back to the last tab I had open. Let's see. Travel to the docks. I'm assuming the docks are somewhere that I haven't been to yet. Yeah, looks like it. Grab this. Machinery makes the minions. Minions make the master. Hello! Have my skeleton army. I kind of wish these guys would follow me around for a while longer. They kind of do. They mostly just get distracted. I guess this is what conviction would be useful for, but mainly they just peter out after a couple of seconds. They're fun to drop on foes, though. Let's see, I guess I'll grab the Scrolls of Wisdom. Seeing as I can hold, well, an infinite number-ish. Hey, Kavas. Oh, Kavas. Before we do this...
Oh, hello.
Check the memory map. We are capped out. Do we...
Yes?
Yeah, let's go to the memory nexus. We're currently capped out on these things, so we should probably actually use some of
Do
my
I know you?
my tabs. Okay. So I have a whole hell of a lot of things to kind of interact with. And a lot of things to go for. So, memory modifier. One charge left. I mean, it sounds interesting. Plonk that there. Got another one here. Oh, I can't put that there. That's an interesting limitation. A lot of these are just in utterly garbage locations. And I can't do anything with them. I guess I can get rid of some of these. I'm just going to remove them just because it's getting a bit clogged here. And I'd like to be able to go some places. I guess I'll put that there. Do we just go gallivanting for a while? I can't actually put that there. But I can kind of clear some of these things out. Sure. Let's go gallivanting for a bit. It's good experience and equally good money. I guess while we're here...
Yes?
Talk to Kavas. Sell the boots. Can I not? Really? Ugh. I can't put quest items in storage. Makes this a bit harder. Okay, so what do we have? One-handed mace. One-handed mace. One-handed mace. Okay, cool. Staff. 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 Oh. I guess we gotta synthesize. Never mind. Oh, one's a scepter. Two are scepters and one's a mace. That is annoyingly finicky. What else do we have? Okay, at least I can synthesize these down into a nice long staff. Yeah, it just doesn't strike me as worth it in comparison to regular things. So why don't we grab all the things that we've already synthesized and probably toss those as well. Because I don't think you can you can't double up on these. You might be able to, and if so, yell at me. Okay, you... Let's do some memories for a bit. These are kind of fun. They also get kind of hard. But I am better equipped than I ever had been. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. That's one hell of a welcoming party. This is not, expanding. The music just cut out and then came back. Alright. Welcome back, music. You did things. Apparently. Yeah, this was what I was up to earlier today. I don't know if, I don't know how often I'm going to, do this when I'm actually streaming. Let's see. Synthesis are worth it with higher item level and therefore unique new mods. Well, they're worth doing. I just, you know, if it's not a good item for what I'm working with. Oh, but I can re-roll them, can't I? Probably something I should maybe look into. Get some extra friends up in here. Ooh, animate weapon. And another chaos orb. Hmm. Let's see, anything else here? Well, a couple of my skills went up at the very least. Still gotta work on my dexterity, though. So you're gonna get swarmed every time you open these. Yeah, no, I know. Let's see. I guess I can just press this to place it down. I don't actually want to go there, though. Yeah, crafting can get complicated. Yup. That is crafting and the crafting related systems and whatever. There's a lot I need to research to actually understand what I'm doing. Which is unfortunate, because I don't actually really like doing a whole lot of research for these games. Not necessarily because it's unfun, but just because it's time consuming. Let's see. So let's go back to looking at this. Do I... Oh, actually, no, it does look like Spiritual Aid and Redemption are on the list. So I'm just gonna keep going around this direction. Because that's a nice big, boost for my monsters. Holding Alt lets you see the item level. Oh, that is actually kind of handy. Okay, so we want to go... Wait, how's my inventory doing? Not great. Let's go back to the Nexus for a second.
Oh.
I'm assuming most of these aren't that helpful. Scepter. It's a one-headed mace. Extra elemental damage, extra cold damage. Cold damage to spells. Not for me. What about these? Extra movement speed, extra item rarity. Yeah, that's probably better than what I want. Item level is 21. Item level is 27. Okay. So I'm not using things that are that outdated. So my current wand is worse. Admittedly, this one's built for fire damage, but whatever, I'll take it. Okay. Let's move the gems over. I know we lose the enchantment, but item level is actually apparently really important.